Good morning and welcome back to Retirement with Jim. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My channel is about my personal journey into retirement on a modest income. Basically saying you don't need $1 million to retire. You can do it on a modest budget. Excuse me. So I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just a look into my journey and how I am doing in retirement and what my retirement is all about. So if you like my channel, please give me hit the like and the subscribe button, which helps out my channel. Feel free to leave comments, and if you have questions, please ask. I love to hear from everyone. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So we are living longer. Now, does that mean you need to work longer? I'm going to say no. Who wants to work longer? Now, there are a small percentage of people that love their jobs, and maybe it's their own business, have reasons to not want to retire. God bless you. Work until you decide no more. But most of us, the average Joe, in my case, the average Jim, says, I'm done. I'm done with this, and I want to get out of it. And I did. I did my planning. I started preparing, and I got myself ready and into retirement. I ventured, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it and loving it, immensely. But most of us don't have that thought that they want to work longer. I think more people are even looking at wanting to get out of the rat race even earlier, even more so than in the past. So you need to start saving for your future self. And that's really how you have to look at your savings. You are putting this savings and this money aside for your future self to be able to spend and afford to live. Let's face it, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows exactly what the future is going to bring. So you don't know, with that in mind, you don't know, where you're going to be. So it's up to you. You can't depend on anyone else. And, you've got to prepare for yourself. You've got to look at what you need and what your retirement's going to look like. What lifestyle do you want to live? So now it's kind of hard early on, depending on how early you start, but you just have to kind of envision what you want out of that part of your life, that segment of your life. So as you're saving, you're a ways off, but the sooner you start, the better off you are. And certainly that would help with an early retirement. But nowadays, even without an early retirement, it'll just be a good, well-financed retirement that will help you enjoy your life and the things you may want to do. And part of it is what's your lifestyle? What's your lifestyle now? And what's the lifestyle you think you want to maintain when you're older? What is it you look to do? Do you look to travel? Are you content with just being home and being, around the house doing things? It's a lot of, it's challenging because you got to try and envision what, your life is going to look like, maybe 30 or, anywhere from 30 to maybe 40 years down the road. 30 is probably an average, and that's just still hard to imagine where you're going to be and what you're going to have an interest in. There may be things that you can no longer count on in retirement as you get older. For instance, your children, if you have kids, will they be able to help you? Will they be financially in a position where they could afford to help you, or are they going to struggle themselves? And, because we don't know what the world is going to bring and how it's going to change, and what, if you have kids, what that position is. If you don't have kids, then there's no one to rely on but yourself. As for Social Security, well, that's another dark cloud, so to speak. A lot of people think that it's not going to be there. Others, like myself, I do believe that it will be changed and amended, and it will still be there. And of course, everyone has their opinion about that. I'm not there to debate that. You got to take a look at what you think, and maybe one of the ways to plan around, for instance, Social Security, is plan and save as if Social Security won't be there. And then if it is, you're pleasantly surprised at that additional income you'll have, and that's a great thing. What's your health going to be like? What is your family's health history? So what do you have to look forward to, in your older age? Do you think that you're going to have health issues? So you look at the rest of your family and you look at your family history. You look at any kind of maybe health issues or chronic health issues you may be having now, so you can start to think about that. And believe me, you need to, because that's going to play a big part in your long-term retirement. Excuse me. And what you're going to want for yourself. Your health is probably one of the single largest factors in your retirement. So part-time work. In today's world, the retirement might really look to be a different type of retirement. A retirement that includes some kind of part-time work. Now, that doesn't mean, some people say, oh, if you're doing part-time work, you're not retired. It is what it is, what you're comfortable with. And so if you are good with part-time work, there's really nothing kind of wrong with it. One, you get some steady income. Two, you stay active, whether it's physically and mentally, and you're interacting with people and things that you have to do on a daily basis. But maybe you're only working, a few days a week, a few hours. So you get to choose. Part-time work is great because it allows something of your choosing. Can you turn a hobby into a paying gig? YouTube. I never thought I'd be doing YouTube, and that it's one of those things that once you get certain eligibility requirements, and you meet those, you can earn money on your YouTube channel and making some money to support yourself. Like anything else, it's a fun and enjoyable thing to do. I love doing this. I never would have thought I'd be doing videos. I was encouraged by my wife. It was my wife's idea. So with that, again, part-time work, it's always another option, and it might be part of what the new retirement looks like. So make a goal for yourself. Set a goal and set a lofty goal. Start at 5%. 5%, that's of your salary. That's a lot to save. But if you do what you can, take a serious look at where you're spending your money and say, okay, I need to make, better choices with what I'm doing with my money, because I need that money when I'm older, and it's got to come from somewhere. And it comes from you planning, saving, preparing for your older future self. No one's going to do this for you. This is all going to be on you, every bit of it. So it's you, if you have a spouse or a partner, together you're doing this. But whether you're single or married, just know that you have to prepare for it, and it's a smart thing to sit down and look at. I would tell you that I didn't start soon enough. One reason I'm on somewhat of a modest income is because I should have started when I was younger, and I did. I was living life. I was having fun. I was having a great time. So I didn't get started till much later. I lived through all of my 20s having a great old time, and even into my 30s. I really didn't start till I was just about 40. So I can tell you that I made up lost ground, and I made good use of it, but I could tell you that I can look back on that and go, ooh, I missed some good opportunity to put some money, into savings that, I could have for now. But no regrets. I enjoyed my life, and I'm not going to look back and whine about it, because it is what it is, and I had a great time. And I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. And I am here to tell you that you can do this. Don't think you can't. So with that, just if you like my channel, hit the like and subscribe button. let that truck go by. And please leave comments, ask me questions. I'm happy to hear from you. So with that, I am going to tell you that I will see you in the next one.